Hey, this is Jonathan.
This is Ross.
This last week, we're going to be looking at how your family's calling and capacity intersects with God's mission and the needs and dreams of our city. Last week, we were diving into the idea of our individual calling capacity and recognizing that we're going to be talking about these areas of life over the next few months. But the last part of this month, we want to talk about family.
Right.
And how is it that our individual calling and capacity is both shaped by and lived out as a family unit, or because of the influence of our families on us.
Yeah.
So as you were thinking about that, what's coming to your mind?
Yeah, so I think thinking about this question in the context of whole life discipleship is really interesting, because being in a family really is about the formation of persons. Like, everybody in the family is being formed by everybody else. So whenever I think about my life growing up, we were a Christian family. We went to church, so that shaped a lot of like the way I thought about my life and kind of the trajectory of my life, or the purpose of my life, what I felt like I was being called to. And it also shaped a lot of my capacities that are like core parts of who I am now. So our family was really musical, so now I play music and sing. My dad could fix anything and still can. He knows how to fix cars and houses, and we were constantly like renovating our house while I was growing up. And so now I have this mentality that for both like practical projects like that or for anything else, my approach to problems is, if I can just get in there and tinker with it, then I can probably figure it out and find out how to fix it.
Yeah, it is amazing how much our families shape us in everything: thought patterns, convictions, values, beliefs, all these things. And I think when you think about calling and capacity, those aren't like the top of mind things that you first think of in terms of how did my family shape me,
Right.
And so it is worth trying to ponder a little bit about, how did I get that sense of calling? And I think one of the things that families really do is affirm it. They can, that is a powerful idea, is to say, to have the people who influence you, whether it's siblings or parents or grandparents, especially in your formative years, speak into your life and say, you seem to have like a knack for that thing as a capacity, or it seems like you really have a passion for that. And, I just think, man, that shaped me in such huge ways. When my parents were observing, or other people were speaking in to say, that seems like something that really fits you, or you'd be good at that.
Right.
I think that's a really big deal. And then I think of it in terms of being a parent, or if you're a grandparent, what kind of opportunities does that give you to shape your family members' sense of calling and capacity? That's a huge deal. The other thing I think that we can think about is not just how we're shaping each other's calling and capacity, but as a family unit, do we have a calling and capacity in our city?
Right.
As the people who make up your family, are we uniquely called and kind of equipped for anything specifically? I think that's kind of an exciting question to think about. It's almost one of those things like, hey, let's have a family meeting, and sit down. We're going to order some pizza. We're going to ask ourselves, as a family, does it seem like God's called us and given us capacity for anything specifically that we might do together even? Or that we go out and kind of do on our own because it's who we are and we're just good at it. And so that's a huge part of whole life discipleship. What does it mean to express this calling that we have into Christ and within his mission, located right here in our city as a family? Okay. Yeah, we should sing it.
We could just sing this one.
Yeah, we should.